So we're talking today about the Navaid AP-1. This is a little bit about what it looks like inside. So you can see there's a gyro here, some centering springs, all balanced. This model doesn't have the GPS coupler, but actually the one in my panel does. So we'll look at that in a minute. The coupler indication, we get this LED in that one, this one doesn't have it. 3 position switches, wing levelling, trim coordinator in the middle position, and track for example, a waypoint in the left hand position. Trim adjustment, wings level, and you can make, while you're in the air, you can make a turn by just turning a knob really, and the traditional ball in a tube down here with some trim pots on the bottom. That's the looking down from above, and then if we turn it up and we look upside down, you can see the gyro there as well. So you can see it's sort of centered by these springs, and in a minute we'll power it up. So in the servo you can see we've got gears are allowed to, the arm has actually got some limits on it, some mechanical limits here, but you can see it's able to slip as it wishes here. But when we engage the switch for wing levelling or for tracking, this little solenoid pulls the gears up here like this, and they're engaged, they're locked. In fact, what will happen then of course is that this motor will turn, and you'll see it in a minute. So here we go. So with everything suitably wired up, I'll just power it up. The gyro is pretty quickly up to speed, and so here we go. You can see you get this LED indication as if you turn and if you're rolling, but of course at the moment we're only in trim coordinator mode, so we're only getting the display. So if I kick it over into wing levelling mode, you'll hear this solenoid engage and the thing will fire up. And it's not terribly well adjusted at the moment, but you'll see that if I do that, you can see that the position of the arm changes. There we go. And we'll go back to trim coordinator mode again, and you can see that solenoid. Let's watch that solenoid as I go into. You can see it's attracted up and it engages the gears, and that disengages the gears. So there you go. You can see the guts of the motor with its arm, and I haven't set it up yet, but when I have done, I'll be able to use these pots to set the null position for the middle of the arm. You can see here it's not engaged with any gears at all, it's completely free to move, so it's not going to restrict your movement in aileron control, of course. There we go. I hope that's useful.